Hello everyone and welcome back to part 2 of Coffee Chats with Mo and Bro. On Monday, earlier this week, we focused on debunking fitness myths. As usual, this podcast is going to be a little bit more chill. We're going to be talking about experiences Monica and I have had training, how our diets have been, how
lifestyle
business, pretty much just what we're going through, and give you guys a bit of an insight into what it's like in our minds, our mindset, and how we approach certain obstacles to help you guys on your fitness journey or whatever journey it may be, get to the best position possible. So that's what I thought we would talk about.
Yep.
You want to add to that?
No, that sounds good. Let's just get into it. I want to talk to you.
Sweet as. Well, we'll get into it. So as usual, it's just going to be a chill chat between Monica and I. Today we wanted to talk about
how to start your losing weight, right?
Yeah, pretty much how to lose weight, where you should start, and kind of pretty much your mindset behind it, because the biggest thing with weight loss is, I think it's fair to say, a lot of us know you should eat well, you should exercise. We all know that that's what you should do.
Yeah.
But what separates those that do it and those that don't? So
Yeah.
we obviously have our own paths.
Yeah.
You weren't as much into the gym early on. Now you live by it. I've always kind of lived a pretty gym-focused life. So we'll share kind of what we've been able to experience and how we've approached certain things. So tell us a little bit about your journey in the gym and with nutrition, because I remember growing up, you had a sweet tooth. You would love sneaking out for chocolate and snacks. So how have things changed, or have they changed?
I think that's so true, and you probably don't even know to what extent I was like a sweet tooth, because Mum, I'm sorry, Mum of the deep end here, and you don't even know this. We would go to the dairy after school, or she would just buy stuff with food shopping, and we would have a drawer. Do you know about the drawer?
No.
Do you not?
Freaking held out on me.
I think me, Dad, and Mum knew about the drawer, and it just had chocolate bars, just
Really?
crunchies and flakes, and so we'd just be in her room just watching stuff.
Damn.
Yeah, you miss out so much. That's why it pays to be, first off, the only girl, and then the second off of this number is being the youngest.
Damn, I got all the hard lessons, eh? They were so strict on me and so...
Not me. Anyways, so I kind of just grew up with that. I guess I just had a sweet tooth as well. But having people around me with that, it was really hard to, that was just what I was brought up with. So I had a sweet tooth, and now I still to this day have a sweet tooth, but I switch it because I'm so focused on a goal and just looking after my body that now it's more of a protein focus first before but protein focused sweet treats. So
But what allows you to make that shift from loving sweets and not even thinking about protein to now you think about what you're eating? What was the shift?
The shift, I think I noticed a difference in my body was the first one. For me, I was having all these sweet treats, but I was going into, I could see a skinny fat. Obviously, I have knowledge behind me where I've studied and I now understand it, but I didn't, it was making that shift of okay, I know how important protein is, and because at that point I was getting into the gym as well, I was looking at it of the space of I went into the gym and then I was just having these sweet treats, and it wasn't, I was just going to the gym for no reason, is my mindset.
Yeah.
So then I switched it to having more protein, and that's, a massive difference of what's helped me. But for clients who are first getting into it, I would say if you have a goal and you're trying to start up a new journey of something, it's if that crosses into your mind, then do it. Actually just commit to it. And that's when having a coach can help, because then they give you the guidance along the way. And what about you?
With my journey?
Yeah, with your journey.
Yeah, so me and Corey, our brother, we were always brought up around sport and rugby league, so
not sweets. Different upbringing.
But we were always just as a kid, I was quite a small kid.
Yeah.
And league is a sport that involves you to be strong and big, so Dad was always you got to eat everything on your plate.
God, your guys' plate portions, even me for a girl, massive portions that Dad would give.
But it was just you just got to eat to be big, and if you want to play, and it worked. It helped me with league and to get bigger and stronger, and because I was a dude watching Dragon Ball Z as a little kid, it's more instilled into dudes. I think you want to look like Superman. You want that. But then I was just training, and I just always knew I kind of had to do that. And then as I got older, and kind of it wasn't now sport focused. It was more me. It's about you want to look good. Dudes, we all want to have muscle, especially in your early 20s. That's like the main focus. And these days, like, it's still to look good. Don't get me wrong. Like, anyone who says they're not trained to look good is lying. But there is a big focus on the mental side for me. And I think training and doing what you don't want to do, getting to the gym on days you don't want to, you just got to do it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no easy way around it. Like, bro, like, of course we don't want to do it every day. And we don't do it every day. We have rest days. But, like, how bad do you want it?
Yeah.
I just don't want to be one of those guys moping around, depressed, upset, anxious about the way they look, about the way they feel, but not doing everything that I can to better myself. And that's me. You know, I've been down. I'm sure you've been down. We have our own battles, and I just feel like, in all honesty, like, it's just something you've got to do.
Yeah.
You need to stop bitching and moaning about all the reasons why you can't do it, or you're intimidated by the gym. I get it, but also I don't, because I have those same feelings.
Yeah.
But I know the price that it pays to be the best version of myself. So I just have to lock in.
I love the saying of, like, choose your hard. Like, everything is hard, but when you, especially if you put in, like, effort into bettering yourself into that type of hard rather than just staying, like, fat or unhealthy, it's not going to be as hard eventually. It's just everything is hard, but
everything in life is hard.
Yeah.
You know, going to work is hard. Running a business is hard.
Getting out of bed sometimes is hard.
Hard. You know, everything can be difficult, but you just need to choose your difficult, and what difficult is going to lead you to the best life.
Yeah.
And I'd rather go the hard route where, you know, I'm at least in pretty good shape, feeling good, more importantly, trying to get my finances and stuff sorted. Like, rather go that route than just blaming everyone else for my circumstances, because I do believe we are all in control of our own destiny.
For sure.
We all have the willpower to change whatever our upbringing is, whatever our situation was. I do believe we can change the outcome of our lives.
I agree as well. I think for me, like, if I was to look back when I'm older and look back and be disappointed in myself and the younger version of myself, that would be a really, like, kick to the throat for me. So I always try and think about the future me and, like, making it easier for them when, you know, I have kids or I'm getting older, but I've got the muscle behind me to support me, and I've got the health and the knowledge and everything to just live a long and happy life. That's, like, a massive thing.
And dare I say it, like, no one has enough time in the day.
Yeah.
But we actually do have enough time in the day. I've seen people that have no time in the day, yet they're on Netflix every night.
That's the
I
thing.
know, me and you, we're not really on Netflix.
No,
we don't watch TV. We don't. And some people might be like, how do you not watch Netflix? How have you not seen the latest show? But to me these days, that is just a waste of time.
Yeah.
It's just like mindless stuff. I'd rather catch up with family or mates and say, how are you?
Yeah.
How's life going? How's your family? I'd rather know that stuff. I don't want to be talking about how was the latest Netflix series, because there's always going to be one. And that can be an hour to 4 hours, 4 hours plus every night that you are wasting on just essentially wasting it. So I think there is time for everyone to be able to get and do some sort of workout at least a few times a week. And you just got to make it a priority. And when you're ready to make it a priority, you will lock in, and whatever pops up, because there's going to be more roadblocks and obstacles than you can imagine. But once you lock in, it's just, you got to do it.
Yeah, exactly. That's interesting that you say, though, that people may watch Netflix and, you know, you'd rather see your family, but they're probably doing both, to be honest with you. That's how much time that they have. But, you know, because we don't have time, because we're focusing on, like, everything else and bettering ourselves, our only other time is to see family.
Yeah, and I think it's for everyone, it just comes down to priorities.
Priorities, yeah.
We all have the same time, and I understand people have kids, I understand people have other commitments. I fully get it. But we there's no reason not to be able to do some sort of exercise, even every day, even steps, even just I've worked with some amazing women, even though I focus with dudes, and solo mums, and still get to the gym multiple times a week, still do their meal prep, running businesses even.
Yeah, true.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's like, these people have more excuses than anyone. And if they can do it, I'm sorry, you've got to lock in. So.
Yeah, For sure. Shout out to all the single mums out there.
That's the one. But anyway, should we wrap it up there?
Yeah, we'll wrap it up there.
So long story short, once you commit, which is the hardest decision, lock in, and then that now becomes who you are. So
yeah,
that's
it
what
obviously depends on what you're currently doing at the moment, but focus on steps, I would say, is a good point. Make sure you're trying to hit that 10,000. Then look at your calories. If you're really trying to lose weight, be in a calorie deficit. But like Brandon said, once you make that commitment to yourself, like, don't disrespect yourself and not stick to that. That's
and if you do want help, that's what we do.
You know where we are.
Sweet as bro.
Motion Fitness.
Good
Cheers,
stuff.
bro.